Coach. We are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Broncos Stadium at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, want it. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Wendell Smallwood. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 28.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 14 yards through the air, caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Raiders' 4-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They run Smallwood, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Wendell Smallwood, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And an alley to run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
Smooth. Check 4. 57. Mike, 57.
From the gun, it's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Flush to his right. And he's got it. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Monday. He's not going to get me. Hey, Orbit. Mike, 54's Mike. Check.
Now Rosen feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Tahir Whitehead, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
At the 7-yard line.
Mike's 5'4". I got it. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike, 54. Hug. Oh, yeah.
Second down and goal. Rosen, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 6-18. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. White Monday down. That's got to be a long.
Carr now to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by James Bradbury. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
54 Mike. Hug. I'm coming after you.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Steps away to his left, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, that's good. Hug. Alert 3. Hey, alert.
Here's Rosen to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Rosen. And able to find Kirk complete. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense will probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Credit the sack to Von Miller. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Come on, baby. 6:37. Go.
Throwing now is Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 21-0 our score after one. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
You got nothing. Slam, slam, slam.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Given 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Monday. Check.
Now Rosen on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
80. Hey, alert.
On 3rd and 1, Rosen. This one complete to Smallwood. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
No.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. And the Raiders pick it up. He's at the 50. The 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. James Bradbury there to make the tackle. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Yards to go.
Down. We're waiting. 57 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time. Hey, wait on 2. 57 to Mike. Mike 50. Hey, echo. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 57 to Mike. 57. Hey, no way. You might be getting tired of seeing me. Hey, Zoom. 57 to Mike. Here we go. 57. Mike, 57. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Here's Carr to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken near the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Check pass. Check pass. Check.
They start the drive with Smallwood. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And the Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. it coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside and have to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to...
And he fires one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Down. Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
Carr now on first down. That's caught by Waller out left side. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
4 yards on the...
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw again on second down. Carr. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
3rd and 6 yards to go.
The Raiders on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Bravo. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Know your job. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. 694.
Again, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Von Miller in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Eluding the pressure right, and that'll be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Quarter. Watch twist.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Smallwood. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They run again on first down with Smallwood. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Single.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And the Raiders have got him. Tahir Whitehead make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Rosen. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Buying time to his left. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Looking to throw again on second down. Rosen, this will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Again, it's Rosen. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Christian Kirk, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now as you mentioned,
and he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Bradley Chubb has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Throwing on second and long. Carr. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Von Miller in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Out to the left, that's where the tight end Moreau is. A crazy sequence here, a huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. A run with Smallwood. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A give to Smallwood out of the gun. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Rosen off the play action. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Christian Kirk, his third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Here's Carr. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll run it. Here's Martin. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Martin re-signed with the Raiders May 1st after Isaiah Crowell went down with the Achilles injury. He's out for the year. Martin now in his 2nd season in Oakland, 723 yards last year. His career numbers are so interesting. 6 seasons in Tampa prior to Oakland, 2 years of rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack. Carr, wide open receiver, complete. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there. Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it. And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they? They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up. To throw is Carr. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. Here's Martin, and he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Able to convert on fourth to bring up first and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. Now Carr. Flush, and now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Mike's 47. 29. 47. I got one.
Carr. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, third and goal.
Express. You're mine. 52 right here. 52. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Wide. Get wide. 29. 52's the mic, boys. 59.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over.
And that's caught inside the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
First down, Raiders.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
93. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Pull it together. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Drop deep, drop deep. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Right down. Hey.
Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
What now? 180. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Raider 1. Don't let him breathe, defense. 47.
From the gun, Carr. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Hey, wahoo! White Monday. Heavy. Jim.
To throw, it's Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
6:37. 52. Hey, Charlie. Long day for you. 52's the Mike. White. You can't block me. 7:34. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Carr now to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's now 4th and goal.
And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal.
Well, Jumbo. Watch the edge. Express. Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on Raider 1. Motion man. 52's the Mike right here, over there, right? 52.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the